What if you could generate images, videos, music, and even voiceovers directly inside one single platform that handles everything for you? From crafting the best prompts to selecting the right model and the ideal output settings for what you want to create, without constantly switching between platforms. Well, now you can. Because now you can connect Artlist to Claude, which gives you access to Artlist's generative AI tools directly from Claude. You simply tell Claude what you want to create, and Claude will select the best generation model and output settings and create the media for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect Artlist to Claude in just 3 steps, and then I'll walk you through how to generate content directly from the Claude interface. Hi, I'm Angie. I'm a self-taught digital artist and photographer, and I help other artists improve their skills and build successful creative businesses at 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗃𝗿𝗄𝗏. So why would you actually want to connect Artlist and Claude? If you've been using AI tools for any amount of time, you probably know how tedious and time-consuming it can be to generate creations. For example, you start by asking Claude to develop a prompt. Then you copy and paste that prompt into an image generator. Maybe you're not sure what model to use, so you just select one that sounds good, only to realize that the model wasn't quite right. So you switch to another model, but you've already wasted credits on the wrong model. There's a lot of trial and error and switching back and forth that now can be avoided. Artlist started out as a royalty-free music and stock asset library for video creators, but it has evolved into a full-fledged all-round AI generation platform to create images, videos, music, and even voiceovers and sound effects. It features more than 100 generation models, including the most recent ones like Seedance 2.5, 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗰𝗹𝗄𝗏, 𝗗𝗏 GPT Image 2, Kling, Flux, 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗿, Horse, and many, many more. With Claude, you don't need to know what each model excels at. You simply describe what you want to create, and Claude selects the best model for you. If you already know which model you want to use, you can also specify it yourself. By the way, I'm going to link some info about image and video generation models in the description below in case you want to learn more. Now, how can you connect Artlist to Claude? Well, it just takes 3 easy steps. First, you need to get the Artlist MCP URL. That's a way for AI models to connect to outside tools. You can either go to artlist.io/MCP and copy the URL, or you simply copy it from this video. The URL you need is mcp.artlist.io. So simply copy that URL to your clipboard for now. Then we are ready to move over to Claude. In the left-hand sidebar on the Claude interface, look for the Customize option and click on it. This will open Claude's customization options. In the pop-up window, you'll see a section called Connectors. Artlist isn't included in the list of pre-installed connectors, so we'll need to add it manually. Click Add in the upper right corner, then select Add Custom Connector. And that's going to allow us to connect Artlist manually. Now you'll see a window where you can enter the details for your custom connector. For the name, you can simply enter Artlist. Then, in the address field, paste the MCP URL that you've just copied. Once you've entered both, just click Add. And after that, connect. If you're not already signed into Artlist, you'll be redirected to Artlist to either sign in or create a new account. After that, you'll need to authorize the connection. Simply click Accept. And that's it. Your Artlist account is now connected to Claude. You can now choose which Artlist features Claude can use automatically and which ones require your approval. For example, you could allow Claude to generate images without asking you for permission every single time. That's obviously convenient if you're going to be generating a lot of images. But there's another important thing to keep in mind. Every generation uses your Artlist credits. So you may want Claude to ask for confirmation before using features that consume a lot of credits. You can also block specific Artlist features completely if you don't want Claude to use them. So take a minute to configure these permissions based on your preferences. Once that's done, you can actually start generating content directly from your Claude chat. Claude uses specific commands to communicate with Artlist. You don't have to memorize all of them. You can simply ask Claude something like, give me a list of Artlist commands, and Claude will show you all of the commands available. There are commands for generating images, generating videos, creating voiceovers, using images as references, and accessing your previous generations. The get balance command lets you check how many Artlist credits you have remaining. Let's say you want to create an image. You can use the generate image command. Then describe what you want the image to look like. For example, you could give Claude a detailed visual prompt describing the subject, environment, lighting, composition, style, and mood. If you've configured Claude to ask for permission before generating the image, you'll have to confirm the generation first. If you've chosen to allow image generations automatically, Claude will start without asking you each time. The image is created directly through the Claude interface. That's super convenient because you don't have to leave the platform, open another app, copy your prompt, choose a model, and then come back. Everything happens in one chat. And there's another useful thing to know. All of your generations are also saved to your Artlist account. They are stored in a dedicated MCP session, which means you can access and manage them through Artlist as well. And that's basically it. I think the biggest advantage here is that you don't have to spend so much time figuring out which model or which settings you should use for every single generation. You can simply describe what you want to create, and Claude will select the model and the settings that are best for the job. So instead of thinking which tools to open next, you can focus more on what you actually want to create. If you're interested in trying Artlist, I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you found this tutorial helpful, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials, tips, and art business talk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.